I did things that were completely out of my realm that I would not even consider doing. But I have a hard time going to 7-Eleven at 11 o'clock to get a kombucha juice. Like, seriously, like if I'm at home, I'm like 11 o'clock. That's scary out there. maybe I'll go to the one by the open mic over there, like that one, and I'll go in there, and I'm like, nah, because I don't want to see those people. And if you go to the one over here, you got homeless Johnny, you got the chick with no legs, the one that we put the light beams in her eyeballs that night. She was giving us the finger. You know, I'm scared to death.
Yeah.
I'm scared to death. You know, there was a time when I lived to do comedy because they would feed me. Like, I was in great shape. Oh, you were thin and Boulder. Yeah. Because I was really, what was that diet you're on?
Oh, which one? The keto?
No, the other one. The
low carb?
No, the other one. The occasional starvation.
Oh, intermittent fasting?
Yeah, I was intermittent fasting in 95. I was intermittent fasting from 95 till I met Carol the stripper. You know, until she started feeding me, you know, turkey burgers and stuff like that. My life was all about intermittent fasting. I would look at a piece, I would eat a sandwich, wrap up the wrapper, and look at the wrapper and go, I don't know when I'm going to see one of these again, but we'll figure it out. You know, jumping over a counter for a pack of cigarettes at Denver International Airport and going into the bathroom and smoking them because you don't have any money for cigarettes. I mean, I got 1,000 of these stories. You know, taking that bus. I lived on a Greyhound bus on the East Coast. Lived up and down. Buffalo, Syracuse, you know, Rochester, Toronto, back to South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, back to New York, you know, Philadelphia, D.C. It was just crazy. Standing on the bus stop for 3 hours, from 3:30 in the morning to 7 till your bus comes with $3 in your pocket.
See, there's different levels to me. Like, that to me sounds like kind of exciting. I mean, obviously, for years at a time, I could see how it would not be cool. To me, now that sounds kind of exciting. But the whole, like, I guess it just doesn't make sense in my head. I'm like, to not have money to eat is pretty fucking
But you're
intense.
going to pick up money that night after you do what you really, really, really want to do.
Okay. So you know you had something.
Yeah, I got $3, but I'm on my way to a weekend gig.
Got it.
Then I'm going to pick up $300. It's not. I'm still not going to be Jed's a millionaire. Don't get me wrong.
But you have
and
something.
by the time I get paid, I'm going to take 130 in draws for a bag of weed and a little bit of taste.
I was going to say, because usually you get paid at the end, so you'd go up to them and be like, listen, I don't have any.
Oh, no, you just tell them the truth. You know what? On the way up here, look, my standard line was I lost my ATM card.
Okay.
Everywhere I went, you're not going to believe it. I lost my ATM card. Everywhere I went. As soon as I got to the club, if they said go to the hotel, I go to the hotel. That's where the war would start. Do you have a credit card? No, I don't. I lost it on the plane. So how are we going to check it? I don't know. Let's call the club. And I would have to call the club. The club owner would have to come. And we'll give him the credit card number over the phone. And then he would call me and I'd tell him the story. I don't have a credit card. I haven't eaten since 8 in the morning. He'd go, okay, get dinner at the hotel and put it on my tab. It'd be the worst dinner in the world, but what did I care? It would be, and I'm lying to you, it wouldn't be those type of hotels. They would be like Motel 6s.
Right.
With potato chips in the hallway, and then down the corner it'd be like a really bad hamburger spot, you know, like stuff like that. And he would come and bring me cash and drop me off, and I would have to walk back like a half a mile to my room and then wait. And it was just an abuse cycle. It was just a cycle of abuse, but I was working. And that's all that mattered, that I was working every weekend. I was picking up Tuesdays, picking up Thursdays.
Is that part of it? Because, like I was saying, when I went with Simone, I made, and the guy gave me a bonus, but because I drove, but I was supposed to make $375. I think they gave me $475, something like that, for like 4 days of work. But it really is so much fun. Like especially when you're on, like you're there for the weekend, you hang out with your buddies, you're working a couple hours at night making people laugh. Like, is that why you go through so much shit? Because it's not like you're at a job, like, oh, I'm at the cubicle. It's like,
listen,
fuck
man, one day it comes to you that society doesn't work for you. Society doesn't fit for you. Bob Lalinga sits at a desk all day. Bob Lalinga is a sweetheart. I know he makes good money as an accountant.
Yeah.
But ask Bob if he'd like to get out of that job, and then have fun and goof around. But everybody has their priorities. Everybody has a family. Your father pushes you into a direction. Your father's like, I want you to be a lawyer like me. And then you realize you're miserable. And one day when you first discover comedy, all right, you discover it, okay? You watch it, but then you get involved with it. But then you take it that extra level. Like, I was involved with it for 2 years, and it was fun. Like, my eyes were wide open. I didn't say much. And by the 3-year mark, I started understanding what was going on around me. I was getting used to the rejection, the lies, people, I'm going to book you, call that number, and they never call the number. You start realizing that comedy's a lot like life. There's no big differences. There's people who are pieces of garbage, and there's people who are great people who will open their hearts and their hands to you and give you whatever the hell you need while you're there. It's really weird, And I've said it before, that commitment and confidence in the universe, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you'll see it. I see it. I still see it. I still see it in little bits and pieces. As long as you know you're doing the job. Last night I was home. It was Monday night, or whatever it was. Yeah, Monday night, and my wife wasn't feeling well. She went to bed at 8 o'clock. I had an option. I could sit there and watch TV. I know you called about 11, but I was knee-deep in Vietnam stuff. I was getting plane tickets. I was sending itineraries.
I wasn't sure what that meant.
Sending emails. I was, it's just so weird that the work ethic. I'm very proud of my work ethic. It's a shame my mother died, and it's a shame that it's been 40 years, and I miss her, and her anniversary was the 8th. But I was soft. I was very, very soft. And the events that happened made me step up. It made me do things that I never thought I would do and I never thought I'd want to do. Back to your question. The 3rd and 4th year of comedy, it really is a party. It really is fun. Once you've established that A, this is what you're going to do. B, you got yourself a little telemarketing job in the daytime, just covering your bills, G. Just covering your bills. You know why? Because that's all you want to do. You got 5 hours a day for something else. Those other 19 hours, you're dedicating to comedy. You eat, sleep, and dream comedy. Before you go to bed, you're circling clubs you want to play. You're writing your goals. When you want to, like I still remember the confusion I lived in when I was in Boulder in 95, from January of 95 to June of 95, when I knew I was fighting an uphill battle. I knew I was fighting an uphill battle, but then number 2, I realized that I was going to lose the battle. At one point, you do realize you lose the battle. And I lost the battle, and I made a decision. I tried to do the best I can. And listen, you know what? By trying to do the best I can, I made out on top on that deal. I lost a daughter, but I made out on top on that deal. Okay, let's... Once the 4th and 3rd year of comedy comes, you're getting rejected, but it's falling off your shoulders. Because you've been getting rejected now for 2 or 3 years now. Now you know how it feels. The thing is, you're going out, you're picking up $25, and you're getting two drink tickets. And you're going to give the bartender a 10 and drink for free the rest of the night. And you got your 3 buddies and your 2 little comedy girlfriends, and they're married, but they're out. This is, and in a year you'll see them. We got separated. He didn't like me hanging out at night. But guess what? People will get divorced for comedy.
Yeah.
They will get divorced for comedy. Once you get that bug, you'll lose people along the way constantly because they can't handle what you do or how you do it, your lifestyle. Your lifestyle becomes different. You ever see Major League?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll never forget this. One of the opening scenes of Major League is when they're calling around looking for players.
Right.
And they called Tom Berenger. And drops down, he picks up the phone, and he's like, hold on, there's two naked chicks next to him. I saw that movie before I started doing triple runs. And in my head, I equated that to a triple run. I'm like, that's what I'm going to be doing. That's not what I was doing. There was not one night that I picked up two girls to go back to a room. But I equated that because I had done my research. I had spoken to other comics. And the comics I had spoken to, Rogan made a point one day to me. It was like, how many doctors and lawyers are there? And how many comedians are there? You have to think about how crazy you have to be to get into comedy, okay? How crazy you have to be. I would love for them to publish like charts, but they can't do it. It's like the census, like like when they go looking for homeless people and they to see how many people live in the bushes and stuff to get the exact population. You'll never get the exact population of comics because comedy's a lot like jiu-jitsu. You get people who do it for 3 months. You get people who do it for 9 months. You get people who do it for a year. If you're in it for a year, you're going to stay in it for 5 or 6 years. 5 or 6 years when you go, I met a girl. I never really liked the road anyway. I met 1,000 comics who looked at me and said, I loved comedy until I had to take a plane to drive.
See, that seems like the most fun part.
That's the most fun part. So that's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the traveling.
That's what I'm working towards.
That's what you're working towards. So there's a lot of people who have come to me and said, this is not, I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to go on the road. I'm going to do it locally, get a day job, get married, and have kids and have a family. That's the beauty about doing comedy. You could pick to choose the way of comedy you want to do.
Yeah, it could be a hobby or it could be a career.
Man, there's some people who, this is not, and again, I've said it again, this was not my original plan. And my original plan was not ever even to come to LA because I thought I wouldn't be good enough. Me having felonies and all the other things, it just wouldn't be good enough. But anyway, I just wanted to reiterate to you people that finally, after years, I've convinced myself, thanks to you people and thanks to the feedback and the emails and whatnot, I really have, that I really did go through a minefield to become a comic. It really, really, really was a minefield,